What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video. And today I got my top four NBA and MLB player props for the day. So today I'm going to be posting. It's a video with all 8 props for the day, so a little bit longer of a video, combining the videos. But it's just to be more efficient because I'm a little bit later getting this video up today. So MLB and NBA player props for the day. Before we get in this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below because all of those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. And yesterday we had another winning day, a 5-3 day overall on across MLB and NBA. Should have been an MLB sweep, but Jose Barrios was easily going over his pitching outside. He was through 5 innings and had only thrown like 68 pitches or something like that. And then a rain delay happens and the game gets canceled. So that was an absolute piss off. We got to live with it though. Can't do anything about it. And yeah, we got 8 plays for the day across NBA and MLB. But before we get into these plays real quick, I want to talk a little bit about Sleeper because Sleeper is running a free Damian Lillard Square tonight for new users. You can get access to this free Damian Lillard Square as well as an 100% match on your first deposit up to $500 when you use code FF23. That's code FF23. Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $500 as well as getting access to this free Damian Lillard Square. And the link to Sleeper will be the top link down below in the description. So make sure to take advantage of that and make sure to sign up for Sleeper, guys. But without further ado, let's get right into today's plays. So first off, I got Tyrese Halliburton over 17.5 points versus the Bucks, minus 113 on Fanduel. There's no way he goes under this line in 3 straight games. I just don't see it happening in this matchup. The Bucks are not very good defensively whatsoever. They're especially not very good defensively versus point guards. We know that. They're absolutely kind of terrible versus the point guard position. I expect that to continue tonight. The Bucks will make defensive adjustments, obviously, to take away some of his passing opportunities and give him more open looks. But the Bucks allow the 4th most points per game in the NBA, top Gs, to point guards. Too good of a matchup for him not to bounce back. He's at home tonight as well. I think he plays better in front of that Indiana crowd. I think that Indiana crowd gets him juiced up a little bit to perform better. And overall, I just think he has a much better game tonight. So Tyrese Halliburton over 17.5 points versus the Bucks is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Kawhi Leonard over 22.5 points versus the Mavs, minus 111 on Fanduel. Good to get his first rusty game under his belt. Obviously, first game he played, he didn't play that well, but he did have 17 field goal attempts, which was very promising to see. He was still very aggressive in his first game back. The Mavs allowed the 8th most points per game in the NBA to power forwards this season. He's over this line in 12 of his 14 career playoff games versus the Mavs since joining the Clippers. So he's been dominant versus this team. And then this is an elite matchup for Kawhi. It's a perfect spot for him to get back on track. And overall, I think he's going to get back on track tonight. I think Kawhi is going to perform really well. So Kawhi Leonard over 22.5 points versus the Mavericks is my second play of the day. Next up, I got Kyrie Irving over 29.5 points plus rebounds versus the Clippers, minus 118 on Fanduel. He's averaging 33.5 points plus rebounds through 2 games of this series so far. Kyrie has been extremely aggressive in this series so far. I definitely see that continuing tonight. I definitely see Kyrie playing really well. And overall, he's over this line in 5 of his last 6 games versus the Clippers. Clippers allow the 10th most points per game in the NBA to shooting guards this season. This is a great matchup for Kyrie. He should be able to get the job done. Overall, I think Kyrie plays well tonight. I think he has an extremely efficient game. I think at home, he's much more aggressive early, gets going early, because in the second half of these games, Kyrie has been dominant, been scoring a ton in the second half of these games, but early in the first half of these games, he hasn't been doing that much. I think that changes a little bit tonight. I think he's much more aggressive. So Kyrie Irving over 29.5 points plus rebounds versus the Clippers is my third play of the day. Lastly, for my fourth and final NBA play, I got Devin Booker over 25.5 points versus the Timberwolves, minus 122 on Fanduel. He's gone for 36 plus in 4 of his last 5 home playoff games. Bro goes crazy at home in the playoffs. The Suns will switch something up to get better Booker more open looks. He hasn't been freed up much so far this series. He hasn't been freed up for many open looks. I think that changes tonight. I think he gets a lot more open looks, a lot more open opportunities tonight. And this is an absolute must-win game for the Suns. Booker's going to go out aggressive. If he's going to go out, he'll shoot the ball a ton. We know about Booker. He's not going to go out without swinging. He's going to shoot the ball a lot. He's going to look for his shot early and often. He's going to be aggressive, and I just don't see any way that stuff doesn't happen. I think he shoots the ball a ton tonight. I think he's extremely aggressive. And overall, I think Booker has a pretty damn good game tonight. So Devin Booker over 25.5 points versus the Timberwolves is my last NBA play. Let's move to the MLB. So first off, I got Zach Gallen over 17.5 pitching outs versus the Mariners. So the Mariners have scored the 7th fewest runs in baseball this season. They have not been a very good offense to start the year. The Mariners have a bottom 5 OPS in baseball this season. Gallen is given a decently long leash in every start. Gallen's definitely allowed to go deeper into his pitch count than most pitchers are. Gallen is an elite pitcher. He should be able to give us 6 innings tonight. He hasn't given you 6 innings in his last 2 starts. I think this is the spot that he bounces back, and gives us 6 innings. And overall, I'm pretty confident in this. So Zach Gallen, over 17.5 pitching outs versus the Mariners is my 5th play of the day. Next up, I got Logan Allen, under 15.5 pitching outs versus the Braves, minus 120 on BetMGM. Allen is not given a very long leash at all. He's not allowed to go super deep into his pitch count. The Braves have scored the 4th most runs in baseball this season. Obviously, Allen's going up against a very elite offense tonight. The Braves have the highest OPS in baseball this season. Terrible matchup for Allen. He's going under. Just don't have much confidence that he's going to be able to shut out that Braves lineup. I think the Braves lineup is likely going to have their way a little bit with Logan Allen. And overall, I just don't see a scenario where he pitches extremely well tonight. I think this is a game he definitely struggles and gets booted from the game early. So Logan Allen, under 15.5 pitching outs versus the Braves is my second play for the MLB. Sorry. Next up, I got Jose Butto, over 15.5 pitching outs versus the Cardinals. Budo is over this line in 2 of his 3 starts this season. Only game under was against the Dodgers. Obviously, the Dodgers are an elite offense. They have all those star players. And the Dodgers are very good versus righties. They're not very good versus lefties. Cardinals have scored the 4th fewest runs in baseball this season. Great matchup for Butto. Absolutely love this play. I think he performs really well tonight. I think he goes deep into the start. It's an ideal matchup versus a Cardinals team that's been struggling offensively. So Jose Butto over 15.5 pitching outs versus the Cardinals was my 3rd play of the day. Lastly, for my 4th and final MLB play, I got Nathan Eovaldi, over 6.5 strikeouts versus the Reds. So the Reds strike out the 5th most in baseball this season. Eovaldi is under this line in 2 straight, and that's why this line is so low. This is a perfect spot for him to bounce back here. The Reds have struck out at the highest rate in baseball over the last 15 days. Great spot for Eovaldi. We took Zach Wheeler's strikeouts against the Reds yesterday. Now we're taking Eovaldi. It hurts me to do this coming from a Reds fan, born and raised here, Northern Kentucky, right next to Cincinnati, Ohio. But I do think he's going to strike out the Reds tonight a lot, so got to take emotions out of betting. So those were my top 4 NBA and MLB player props for the day. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video and you do want to see more content from me moving forward, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, as well as leaving a comment on this video down below, because all of those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. And yeah, guys, that's really all I got for today's video. I do hope you all did enjoy this video. And yeah, but before we get out of here, I want to say real quick, make sure to sign up for Sleeper Fantasy. Get access to this free Damian Lillard square tonight, as well as an 100% match on your first deposit up to $500. The link to Sleeper will be the top link down below in the description. So make sure to sign up today. And without further ado, that's really all I got for today. I'll see you all in the next one.